3 people were flown to Ruby Memorial Hospital and 9 others had to be taken by ambulance. Now, we actually spoke to a resident who lives here at Cheat Lake who happens to dock his boat on the other side of the accident. He took us out on his boat today so we can get a closer look on what exactly happened. The coal miner is a symbol of West Virginia, and many of the men and women who work in our coal mines gathered here outside the Capitol, just a few blocks away from where President Obama is making his 3rd visit to the Mountain State. Now, his visit will deal with the drug epidemic problem in our state, but many of the coal miners say even though that is a huge issue, they would like to see him focus more on the coal industry and the fact that they are losing jobs. The Mountain State is coal country, and coal miners and their supporters came out in droves to support Donald Trump here at the Charleston Civic Center in his first rally since Republican rivals Ted Cruz and John Kasich dropped out of the race. So, Kristen, what you can see behind me, the scene has quieted down a lot since this afternoon. Just about 15-20 minutes ago, they took the suspect's body. Environmentalists braved the rain in Pittsburgh Tuesday afternoon and stood here on the steps of the federal building shouting that they want clean air and they want it now. That's because the EPA was inside holding a public hearing, listening to arguments in favor and against the organization's proposal on cutting emissions from oil and gas methane. But since many people already know about the Black Dot campaign, will drawing a black dot on your palm like this actually do any good? And for the rest of this week, this entire area will be known as Tent City. Tent City is an event that started last year for ESPN's College Game Day. And even though they're not coming back to Morgantown this year, organizers wanted to bring the event back and this time give back to charity. Federal investigators are still trying to determine what caused this train to derail on the other side of the Kanawha River in Fayette County Monday afternoon. As I'm standing here, you can still see some of the smoke billowing from the train, and you can smell some of the crude oil still burning. I had the chance to speak with one person who lives on this side of the Kanawha River who saw the whole thing happen.
Thursday morning, I was at work. My girlfriend gives me a phone call, said that Marjorie Garden staff had thrown away my son's toys and a playpen that we had sitting outside along with a few chairs.
Reason, McBride says, is because of the Marjorie Gardens office claims the patio of your home is actually common area, not private, something McBride says is not part of the lease agreement. He also says had he been warned, he would have listened before his stuff was destroyed.
I'd be less mad at this point, if they'd have done that, and I wouldn't have complied and they'd have thrown it away. But they didn't even give me a chance to comply with nothing. They just took it upon themselves to throw my stuff away.
Now, one of the biggest reasons McBride is upset is because his 2-year-old son suffers from spina bifida. It's very hard for him to crawl, and the cement scratches up his legs and arms without the playpen. Other neighbors say this isn't the only time this has happened at the complex.
I've had my chairs taken off the patio. We were told we don't rent the patio, that we just rent the unit. There's been children's bicycles that have been taken, brand new bicycles thrown in dumpsters. A lot of children lost a lot of belongings, and that's messed up. He's a handicapped child. I mean, he has certain equipment that he needs. So, I mean, I feel for him. I really do.
I went to the office for clarification on this, but this is what I was told before being told to leave the property. They're saying that they don't rent the patio that's on there?
No comment.
No comment at all?
No comment.
All in all, McBride, who is moving out of the complex because of this situation, says he hopes this will change in the future so other families don't have to go through this.
I'm a hard-working man, I don't have much, but what I have, I don't need smashed up and thrown in a dumpster,
One man from Utah decided to make his 26th triathlon stop in the same amount of days here in Morgantown on Wednesday. His goal is even crazier: 50 Ironmans in 50 days in all 50 states. Now, a few hours ago, we showed you a shot of Lodgeville Road just a few hundred feet down from the 5 News studios when the snow first started falling. Now, as you can see right behind me, Lodgeville Road is completely covered in snow and is expected to get worse overnight. An annual 9/11 ceremony at Philip Barber High School turned into a memorial service for one of their students who lost his life in a car accident earlier this week.
James Bell was the type of person who did everything all the way, all the time.
Those who knew him say he lived every day to the fullest, or as his coach says, full throttle.
James Bell was just full throttle. He did everything at 100%. He was the type of kid who who would train, who would practice hard.
Bell was a senior honor roll student this year at Philip Barber High School. He loved wrestling and was a martial arts instructor. Aside from that, he loved helping out those who needed it the most.
He didn't keep to himself. He was out there for everybody. And whether it was the wrestling team, or in my case, we did a fundraiser in the spring for cancer, and we called it the Bald and the Beautiful, and James was one of the first ones to shave his head for me, so that I wasn't alone, the only baldy in the school.
Though he may no longer walk through the halls of PBHS, Bell's legacy lives on.
James has set the bar for all the kids who knew him to be a better person. And I don't know that there's any better legacy you can leave behind than people making the place better.
Meet Samantha. Samantha is a 10-year-old fourth grader from Cheat Lake and enjoys doing anything a typical 10-year-old girl does. She is also a member of the Girls on the Run program at Cheat Lake Elementary and is one of 3 national winners of the organization's 1 in a Million competition. She says she's excited, but she's humble.
I'm pretty excited. Again, there were some pretty good entries out there that could have won too.
On her submitted contest drawing, Samantha says she is unique because there is only one of her, because she loves animals and that she is kind. She is also unique because she is deaf. She can only hear because of cochlear implants.
Samantha was born hearing, so she lost her hearing over the course of about 6 to 10 months, progressive loss, unknown reason. So we went through a lot to get them. And by the time she was 18 to 20 months old, she had no hearing. So she really started hearing at about 2, because it takes a while once they're turned on, and then has just made leaps and bounds ever since. So she might be 10, but her hearing age is really 8.
Samantha says the cochlear implants, along with the Girls on the Run program, have taught her many useful things, which have shaped her into the 1 in a million girl she is today.
Everybody's different, so can't expect somebody to know something that you know when they don't. So, and to be accepting of everyone.
Her mom and head coach couldn't be more proud.
I was thrilled. I think I was more excited than she was. I don't think she even realized how big of a deal it was to be chosen.
All of the girls are really unique, and they have something really special to offer, and they've all worked so hard, and we're just so proud of Samantha and her accomplishment.
I'm really proud of her.